today with Professor Wu, who is a professor of biomechanics at University of Pittsburgh, and also has won a gold medal for sports medicine. The first question I wanted to ask you today is, how did you get into your field? Like, obviously, you've done a lot of stuff in biomechanics, but how did you start doing biomechanics?
Well, actually, a lot of that is sort of a serendipity. When I was a PhD, my professor, uh, was interested in
Eyes?
eye work because he has some issue with his eye. And then I joined. He said, "Well, I got a grant with NIH grant with this ophthalmologist. You want to work on it?" I said, "Sure." In those days, we basically follow what the professor suggests.
Oh, okay.
And lo and behold, that was my passion in biomechanics. We started out with the eye, then I went to work at UCSD as professor in orthopedic, naturally associated with sports medicine and all that. So that's how I got involved in all these, especially on joint movement and athletic performance and all that stuff.
Okay. What do you think are some really good tips for like the next 5 to 10 years for students who like want to get into biomechanics? Like, what should they be doing?
Well, actually, the way I look at things is ultimately whatever you do is going to be applicable, especially in sports, right?
Okay.
You got to look at performance. You look at all these forces and motion are all about biomechanics. Even you do cellular study, it could still be related to biomechanics. Anything on Earth have gravity involve mechanics.
Okay.
So I feel like the last stop, biomechanics will always be the bridge between the biological knowledge that we have to translation.
Okay.
Unless you just do injection or whatever. But most of the stuff that in sports has the biomechanics will be the bridge. Because you need to see how forces are going to affect whatever you're doing to clinical usage.
Yeah.
That's why I feel biomechanics right now seems like not as important to a lot of people because we're all focusing on biology. But eventually, you still have to cross that bridge to the other side, which is clinical application.
I see. Okay.
That's how I feel about it. We have so many things going on in the soft tissue, in bone, in everything. It's going to be brought to clinical application.
Okay.
As you heard, my whole career of 50, some 60 years now, it all works out that whatever I did, my team did, my students did, were translatable to clinical.
Okay.
And that's the rewarding part of it.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Yeah.